Hey, what's going on everybody? This is CaelumEXP and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. In the previous episode, we witnessed Sephiroth murdering Aerith, and now we are kind of out for revenge. Which way did that creep Sephiroth go? Wait, get a hold of yourself. Sephiroth said to me, head north, past the snowfields. Yep, and that is what we are going to do. And I do want to mention to you guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and show it. So the all materia that we have on each of our 3 characters right now are all very close to being mastered, so I will be doing that before we get inside the next village that we get to. But I will be showing me mastering at least one of them, because with that will come a trophy, and I am trying to show every trophy that pops during this Let's Play. And here we receive the Viper Halberd, which is another weapon for Cid. It is his 4-slot double growth weapon. And since I like my materia combinations and that doesn't have any linked slots, I'm not equipping it right now. And then we run around this way. As of right now, there's not a whole lot that I have to talk about, so I may end up being just a tad bit quiet for now. We want to head to the left. And yes, you do get in random battles here. More bound fats. But there's a reason I want to at least master one. Aqualung. There's a reason I want to master at least one all materia, and that is so I can sell it. Because when an all materia is mastered, it can be sold for, I do believe, 1.1 million gil. And yeah, there is a trophy in this game for obtaining 99,999,990 gil. We'll go right. And then up. Grab this. Bolt armlet. Then we'll go down. And then right again. Now we want to go down so we can get that treasure chest. A Hypno Crown. It is highly recommended. That's not what I wanted. Equip. It is highly recommended. I highly recommend that you equip the Hypno Crown to whoever you have the manipulate materia on, and Cid is going to be staying in the party for a little while, maybe, I don't know. I might swap him out for Vincent, and I'm also going to be bringing Tifa into the party once I can. So we'll just head to the right or to the left, and then here we are. Right. A Mega Elixir. Now left. And then you auto hop there and you head up this way. And I'm doing this specifically so we have better chances at manipulating some specific enemies once we get to a certain area. Granted, though, that's not going to be for about another 3 to 4 episodes, probably. 3 times speed, because that's very slow. Magic plus materia. Works just like the HP plus, MP plus, and Luck plus materias. It increases your magic stat by X%. As it levels up and everything. Very useful if you're wanting to have a character be very magic based, and when I do bring Vincent back into the party, I will be having him be kind of my main mage at that point, so the magic plus materia will be going on him. Huge tidal wave. Pretty sure that damages him too. Oh, that heals him. Okay. Wow, that didn't take long to get into another fight. We just left one. These guys are annoying. Physical attack? Spin shield. Cool. So normally these guys are usually just weak to physical attacks, but after they use Spin Shield, they are also weak to magic attacks. Because if these guys hadn't used Spin Shield, well, like that one guy little right there, he only took 10 damage. So I guess it's a little bit different. But in general, they are normally by default weak to physical attacks. After they use Spin Shield, they swap their defenses pretty much. What is a shrivel? I don't remember ever seeing that before. That's a power source. Type. Shrivel, where'd you go? Oh, uses mini on one opponent. I've picked up a few of those. I don't remember seeing them. Anywho's, here we are back on the world map. And at this point, if we don't go back into that cave and then head backwards all the way through the Temple of the Ancients, or City of the Ancients, or the Forgotten City, Forgotten Capital, whatever you want to call it, and then head all the way back to Bone Village, if you want, you can return to the Tiny Bronco and travel the world a little bit, you know, see if you can't find more stuff. Granted, though, we've pretty much covered everything that is currently available to us. You could return to Wutai and do the Pagoda side quest right now. I'm kind of looking forward to being super overpowered for that, so that's why I'm waiting for it. But as of now, when we head forward, we will never see the Tiny Bronco or the buggy ever again at this point. And I do want to swap my party members over, so I'm going to see you. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, I am back, and I have brought Vincent and Tifa into the party, and I'm just going to be showing the materia and the accessories that I have on them. So let's see. Cloud has Odin and added effect again, Restore and All, Enemy Skill, Chocomog, Ramu, or Rama, HP plus, MP plus, Cover, and Counterattack. And then Vincent has the Ifrit and Elemental in his weapon, so he could deal fire damage, because we're in an icy area. Most of the enemies are going to be weak to fire. And then Earth and All, Comet, Enemy Skill, Manipulate, HP plus, MP plus, and Magic plus. Yeah. And then Tifa has Bahamut and HP Absorb paired with, and then Gravity and All, Enemy Skill, Shiva and Elemental in her armor, so that she takes less ice damage since she has the lowest amount of health, and ice actually kind of hits pretty hard in this area. And then HP plus, MP plus, and Luck plus. Alright. These guys you can actually miss very frequently, because they have a very high evasion stat, very high luck stat. Luckily, we haven't missed yet. Anyways, Icicle Inn is over around this area, and I am going to, like I did mention earlier, I am going to be farming some of the enemies here right before we get into Icicle Inn to master my 3 all materia, so I will be showing some of that. And at this point, I am going to want Vincent in particular to start getting most of the kills, if not all of them. Like I said, I do believe it was in one of the previous 2 episodes I had mentioned Vincent's death penalty. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 episodes ago. His death penalty is his ultimate weapon, and it gets stronger the more kills he has, and I'm gonna need him to have like a total of roughly 5,000 kills for him to be able to do good damage with the death penalty and like ultimate weapon kind of damage. If there's just one enemy though, I'll just let whoever get the kill. Alright, and I'm going to run around until we have those mastered, so I will cut, because that right there is Icicle Inn, and I'd like to save before going in there, because once we go in there, it's very likely we're not going to be able to leave until after we proceed, and once we proceed, we're going to be stuck for a while before we reach a save point, so I will cut to me mastering my materia, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. All leveled up, all was born, and there is our trophy, Materia Mastermind, for raising 1 materia to level 5. And I did run back to this cave because the enemies here were giving more AP than the enemies in front of Icicle Inn. And now, at this point, I'm going to continue farming here until this other all materia is mastered, and this one as well. And when it said that an all materia was born, I'm just going to go ahead and show you all the way down at the bottom. Once this one became mastered, another one was born. It created a completely unleveled all materia, and it put it down at the bottom of the list because it's already been... Because my list is organized, there was no space upwards for it to be placed, so it was put at the bottom. And now that's just another one for me to be able to level up freely. Alright, so I'm going to finish leveling the other 2. Oh hey, Chocomog is also mastered. Anyways, I'm gonna meet you guys back in front of the inn after I master these other 2 all materia, so I'll see you guys in just a sec. Alright, and I am back, everybody. I have mastered the 3 all materia that I said I would master. Wait, that's not where I need to go. And on Cloud, Vincent, and on Tifa, I have replaced their mastered all materias with a unleveled all materia. And as we can see, mastered, mastered, mastered. And then we picked these 2 up, you know, a while ago. I just have yet to use them. And now it is time to proceed onward. So here we go into the Icicle Inn area. And, so one thing I want to say is that we are going to end up having to interact with that dude up there, and we will have to confirm a conversation with him in order to proceed forward. But when that happens, Elena of the Turks is going to show up, and then the area is going to be blocked off by Shinra soldiers. We will not be able to leave, and we will have a ways to go past that dude before we even are able to get to another save point. So I'm going to be taking care of everything here before we do that, and then I'm going to be saving. And then I'm going to end the episode, and we'll start the next episode with going down there. Okay. So we're going to go here first, because this is the weapon shop. Grandpa, wake up! We have a customer! Oh, welcome. Glad you came. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we are going to sell those 3 all materia, and... Oh! I thought that was 1.1 million gil that you get for selling a mastered all materia. It is actually 1.4, so that is 1.4, 2.8, 3.2 million gil right there. That's insane! Oh yeah, we won't have to worry about gil ever again. And I'm gonna buy 1 of every weapon. And the lariat. And I'll buy some more tents. And can't buy any more high potions. I've already got max count on those. Alright. Now I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna swap out all these weapons. I think this is gonna be one of the few times that I actually show me swapping everybody's weapons. So let's see. The Murasame is being replaced with the Organics. The Short Barrel with the Lariat. The Diamond Knuckle with the Dragon Claw. The Power Soul here is actually a really good weapon for Tifa. Technically, it could be her strongest weapon right now. So, power up when near death. If you were to put the Death Sentence skill on Tifa... okay, so let's see. when you start a battle, and let's say either Tifa herself, Cloud, or Vincent were to cast the death sentence thing on Tifa, that will quadruple her physical attack power. And yeah, Power Soul is stupid powerful. Especially for this point in the game. She could easily be the strongest character. As a matter of fact, you know what? No, I'll demonstrate that later. I'll demonstrate it later. So go back. And Dragon Claw. Alright. And now, let's see. Materia. I want to put Destruct on Cloud. What do I want to put on Vincent? Titan, I guess. And since I gave Tifa the Luck Plus, I'm going to give her the Death Blow Materia, so she has a higher Luck stat, so less chance to miss. And that is all I'm going to do there. So now we're just going to, you know, swap everybody else's weapon out. So for Red 13, that would be the Adamant Clip. Barret is the Micro Laser. And then Yuffie and Kate Sith. Woo! Oh, that was whack. Oh wait, I still need to change the weapons. So, from Razor Ring to Hawkeye. Technically, her Magic Shuriken is still her strongest weapon, however, it's only got 3 unlinked materia slots. So I like this one more. And then the Trumpet Shell is strong. But Red Megaphone, remove that Peace Ring. And then we just have Sid left. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Tifa back in. And give him the Mast Axe. And then PHS again, bring Vincent in. And we're good. Alright, so let's go back in. And we're just gonna talk to people for a little bit real quick. So we're gonna head over here. No, we're not. We're gonna head back here first. There are some people here that we can talk to and it can lead us to the other 3 houses, the information there. So we're gonna use the inn here. He doesn't have any decent information, so let's talk to you. You hear about the gnarly hill in this town? They tell me it's off limits. What luck. We came all this way. Crap. We came from Costa del Sol to snowboard, but we're just about to leave. And colder than usual today. 200 gil. Won't ever have to worry about gil again. We will never run out. Love it. Alright, and we are now at full HP and MP. That's nice. And while I was mastering those all materia, Cloud, Vincent, and Tifa all leveled up got a single level up to their HP plus and MP plus materia. So now there is a 20% bonus to their HP and MP values. Nice. Now we want to go up here, grab the X potion that's hiding in this corner. You can actually see it through the window. And now we want to go down here. We're just gonna chat with people down here. So let's see. What's with you? You make me sick. That was this person. Hello? Huh. Okay. Do you know what a Cetra is? What were the Cetra? Oh yeah, they were the same as the Ancients, right? Yeah, a Cetra lived in this town a long time ago. Her name was Ifalna, and she knew about a lot of things. What do you mean? I heard she was abducted by Shinra and was taken somewhere. Shinra and the Ancients. I smell something fishy. So, I don't remember earlier when we were rescuing Aerith from Shinra headquarters, but I'm pretty sure Hojo mentioned Aerith's mother and that her name was Ifalna. So, Ifalna, Aerith's mother, used to live here. And we will be visiting where she used to live. I heard some guy went to the Great Glacier in the north. What an idiot. Is he thinking about going to that hot spring? Maybe. He's probably going to get lost in the glacier and freeze to death. No matter how well equipped he is, out there in that cold on the glacier, I give him 2 days at the most. You thinking of going north? Yeah, that's my plan. Well, if you're going past this town, you'll need a map. Maybe there's one left at Mr. Holzoff's house. He used to be a mountain climber. Alright, so... you mentioned a hot spring over here. The dude behind the bar is going to mention that as well. If you go further north, I heard there's a huge crater. Remember that huge crater? Something huge must have fallen from the sky a long time ago. Indeed. I've heard there's a snow woman at the Great Glacier that hates hot springs. Alright, so he also mentions the hot springs, and there's also a snow woman there that hates them. And in order to get our next summon materia, named Alexander, we will have to interact with the hot springs and then find the snow woman. And then she will know that we had messed around in the hot springs, and then she's going to attack us. And upon her defeat, we will be able to pick up the Alexander materia. I think it's just a myth to scare off visitors. Not a myth! Alright, where to next? Okay, so this is the house that we can get the map from that the dude told us that we're going to need. It is right here. You can just yoink it off the wall, but I kind of want to talk to the dude who kind of like runs this house here. Received hero drink. Those are very useful. But I don't use them all that often. And received a vaccine. And let's talk to this lady. My husband left 20 years ago and still hasn't come back. He should at least be at the foot of Gaia's cliff. It's marked with a check on the map. So, interact. Look. So that check mark that you see at the top of the screen, that's where her husband is. The master is an inexperienced climber, you know. I've heard that he knows every corner of that great glacier. Okay. And then this is another dude. It's nearly impossible to reach the northern limits without a map. If you're thinking about going to the northern limits, you better take that map on the wall. Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving me permission to take it, because I didn't just want to yoink it off your wall and leave. And key item, glacier map. Alright, now... the snowboard that we need is in here. However, we're not going to be able to get that until after Elena shows up. So we're going to head here now. And we're going to come down these stairs, grab this turbo ether. And we're going to turn that on. And we've got a few videos here. We're going to get a little bit of a history lesson. And we're just going to learn a little bit more about Aerith's mom and her dad as well. So, play the video. Yes, so we have the original Crisis. What is Weapon? We will be coming across Weapon, you know, not too far in the future. And then there's Confidential. There's two pieces in here, but we're going to start with the original Crisis. Camera's ready. Can you guys hear that? Sirens. Somebody's getting pulled over. Then, Ivona, please tell us about the Cetra. Give me just a second. I'm getting a little hot. I'm gonna go turn my AC on. Okay, I am back. So, then, Ivona, please tell us about the Cetra. 2,000 years ago, our ancestors, the Cetra, heard the cries of the planet. The first ones to discover the planet's wound were the Cetra at the Noel's Pole. Tell us, Ivona, where is the land called Noel's Pole? Noel's Pole refers to this area, the continent that we are on currently, the icy area. The Cetra began a planet reading. Ivona, what exactly does planet reading entail? I can't explain it very well, but it's like having a conversation with the planet. It said something fell from the sky, making a large wound. Thousands of Cetra pulled together, trying to heal the planet. But, due to the severity of the wound, it was only able to heal itself over many years. Do the ancients, rather the Cetra, have special powers to heal the planet? No, it's not that kind of power. The life force of all living things on this planet becomes the energy. The Cetra tried desperately to cultivate the land so as not to diminish the needed energy. Even here, so close to the northern cave, the snow never melts. Is that because the planet's energy is gathered here to heal its injury? Yes. The energy that was needed to heal the planet withered away the land, then the planet. The planet tried to persuade the Cetra to leave the Null's Pole, but... Epona, let's take a break. I'm alright. When the Cetra were preparing to part with the land they loved, that's when it appeared. It looked like our dead mothers and our dead brothers, showing us specters of their past. Who is the person that appeared at the North Cave? I haven't any idea. That's when the one who injured the planet, or the crisis from the sky as we call it, came. It first approached as a friend, deceived them, and finally gave them the virus. The Cetra were attacked by the virus and went mad, transforming into monsters. Then, just as it had at the Null's Pole, it approached other Cetra clans and infected them with the virus. You don't look well. Let's call it a day. Alright, so something fell from the sky, known as the Crisis from the Sky, created a huge wound in the planet, and the planet decided, well, the planet and the Cetra were gathering energy to heal the wound, and then that is when it had shown its face, and then it had, spread a certain virus around that turned the Cetra into monsters. What's next? What is weapon? Epona, can you comment on the thing called weapon? Yes, Professor. The one the Professor mistook for a Cetra was named Genova. That is the Crisis from the Sky. The planet knew it had to destroy the Crisis from the Sky. You see, as long as Genova exists, the planet will never be able to fully heal itself. Back then, weapon was a weapon the planet produced by its own will? Yes, but there is no record of weapon ever being used. A small number of the surviving Cetra defeated Genova and confined it. The planet produced weapon, but it was no longer necessary to use it. So weapon no longer exists on this planet. Weapon cannot vanish. It remains asleep somewhere on the planet. Even though Genova is confined, it could come back to life at some time. The planet has not fully healed itself yet. It's keeping watch on Genova. Where is weapon? I don't know. I can't hear the voice of the planet well. Times have changed. The planet is probably watching the situation closely. Thank you, Epona. That will be all for today. And it is with this one that we find out that the Crisis from the Sky, also known as the Calamity from the Sky, that injured the planet, that was Genova, the headless creature that we had seen in the Shinra building back when we were trying to rescue Aerith earlier in the game. And we had seen it once again in Cloud's flashback at Nibelheim that we had witnessed in Calm. The thing that Sephiroth calls his mother. Let's see, confidential. Daughter's record, 10th day after birth. What do you do? Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of taping it on video, but the video's not working right. What are you going to tape? Is there still something I haven't mentioned? No, that's not it. I'm going to record my beautiful daughter. And when she's sleeping, her face looks like an angel. First, we have to figure out her name. We could take the video later. I've already decided. If it's a girl, then it'll be Aerith. That's that. You were so selfish. But Aerith is a good name. It's a good name, considering it came out of that forgetful head of yours. Right? Oh, the videotape. Alright, so these two that we have been hearing about the Crisis from the Planet, Genova, and Weapon. And, okay, another thing. Weapon is a weapon created by the planet to defend itself from Genova. And, there's not just one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 weapons, and we will be seeing them not too far up in the future. But these two are, so Ifalna and the doctor here, we will find out his name, and this one are Aerith's parents. So she's only half ancient. Because her mother is a full ancient, and this professor is just a human. Video again. You just got through taping. Please don't say it that way. Their lovely daughter, both yours and mine. Don't you want to capture her childhood on videotape? If you keep doting on her like that, she won't grow up to be strong. Aerith is different from the other children. I wonder what dangers await her. Never say that. I will protect you and Aerith no matter what. You and Aerith are my only treasures. I'll never let you go. No. You don't need to cry. Who could that... I was just about to... Ah! How dare they intrude on our private time together? I'll send them away. Yes, at once. Who the devil? It's them. I have been searching for you, Ifalna, or should I say Cetra, and this is Professor Hojo that we have already seen. He is a good bit younger by about 22 years. Long time no see, Professor Gast. Hojo, how did you know? Believe me, I had to turn over a stone or two to find you. 2 years I waited. That's how much I wanted this new sample, referring to Aerith. Dude is genuinely a fucking monster. A new sample? You don't mean Aerith. Aerith. What a nice name. That's it. I'm severing all ties with Shinra. Hojo, please leave. Please, Aerith has nothing to do with it. All you want is me, right? Ifalna. I'll need all of you for my experiment. You understand, don't you, Professor Gast? We can change the future of the planet. Don't worry, Ifalna. I'll take care of this. Please don't put up a fight. I don't want any harm to come to my precious sample. What a funny-looking camera. Guard, destroy it. Be careful with her. What are you doing, Professor? Ifalna, take Aerith and run. And then, yeah. Oh, and don't forget the child. A video. The Ancients? Weapon? A mountain of treasure. Thank you, Professor. Okay. So, Hojo had Professor Gast killed, and Professor Gast actually worked with Sephiroth. If you remember Sephiroth and Cloud's Nibelheim flashback earlier in the series, he did mention Professor Gast. Man, words are hard. Blurring together. Alright. And at this point, there is only one thing to do. That is to interact with the dude back there, get Elena and some Shinra dudes to show up, and then come back here, grab her snowboard, and then proceed forward. And I'll be doing that at the beginning of the next episode. Whew. We have done a lot today. Well, mostly like exposition, because we just, wasn't a whole lot of fighting. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next episode. You all have a great day. Bye.